Ukrainian drones successfully struck the IEMZ Kupol machine-building plant deep in the rear, which manufactures and modernizes Tor and OSA mobile radar and air defense systems. A drone strike damaged a factory in the Russian city of Izhevsk, more than 1,300 kilometers, 800 miles, from the Ukrainian border, according to Alexander Breshilov, head of Russia's Udmurt Republic. The factory produces air defense systems, radars, and other equipment for the Russian military, said Andriy Kovalenko, the head of the Counter-Disinformation Department at Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council. Unknown drones attacked the Izhevsk electromechanical plant Kupol in Russia. There, Russia produces the Tor air defense systems, as well as radars and other components, Kovalenko wrote on his Telegram channel. Brechilov reported an explosion and a drone crash at an unnamed factory workshop on the city's Lenina Street. One person was injured, and the crash damaged the facility's windows, the official claimed, adding that there was no serious damage. Citing local residents, the Russian telegram channel Astra also reported that the 300th production unit of the Kupol Defense plant, standing at the intersection of Lenina and 40 years of Victory Streets, was targeted. Izhevsk is the regional center of the Udmurt Republic, lying in central Russia west of the Ural Mountains. This would mark the first drone attack against the region during the entire war. Throughout the full-scale invasion, Ukraine has carried out a number of long-range strikes deep inside Russian territory, primarily targeting the country's oil and defense industries. On the night of November 16th, Magyar's birds successfully destroyed a Russian Borisogledsk II electronic warfare system valued at $200 million in the Pokrovska sector. The attack appears to have been carried out using a heavy drone, likely of the Vampire type. According to Magyar, it had been 2 years since they last encountered such a system, and he described its destruction as a remarkable stroke of luck.
Banked last night from November 15th to 16th by the night doctor of Bird's Norm. Bam! Well then, motherfubber, I'll explain what kind of jackpot we hit. All right. The automated Boris-Glebsk 2 radio electronic suppression complex is burning. It is used to perform a range of tasks, including disabling systems. Command of the troops. Rizak claims that this piece of equipment cost taxpayers in the swamps $200 million. This has no specific terms of engagement. We don't get milk for hazardous working conditions. But the fact that such a nuisance is removed in the Pokrovsky direction is significant. Now for the evidence. The reconnaissance of the 414th Separate Regiment on November 15th detected a self-propelled unit in the village of Serhiyivka near Pokrovsk. Honestly, we couldn't believe our eyes, because the last time we encountered the Boris-Lipsk was near Belgorod during the Kharkiv campaign. Back then, if I'm not mistaken, our colleagues from the Special Operations Forces Madoy took it out. And suddenly here, our next operation was carried out by the night doctor of the 414th Separate Regiment Staki Magyara in the usual manner. Right now you can see the impact on that exotic target directly. Considering the target's toxicity, second strike, here it is already well heated, but a second sortie has been carried out. Oh, look at it. Already wilting the subsequent sortie with additional work. Here. Simply, fat target, fat, big luck. Now we'll see what happened to it by morning to fully document the results. Such are the holes. Everything's burned here and here. Here lies one mast. There's the second mast. Here it is. In a word, a headache. I don't know what's in it that fascinates people. But the fact that it's caused and causes us a lot of trouble during the war is undeniable. so disabling such means is especially gratifying.
The tank crew of the Ukrainian 17th Heavy Mechanized Brigade is carrying out a combat mission in the Kursk area, advancing to the mission, delivering supplies to the infantry, engaging enemy positions and infantry, receiving an FPV strike, and retreating without casualties. Despite Russia's historical advantage in tank warfare with a larger number of modern and legacy systems, Ukraine has been effectively deploying its tank units with remarkable success. This effectiveness is due to a combination of strategic use, integration with combined arms tactics, and Western support in training and technology. Ukrainian forces have employed their tanks not in isolated operations, but as part of comprehensive combined arms approaches, coordinating with infantry, drones, and artillery for maximum effect. This has allowed them to exploit weaknesses in Russian formations, particularly when Russian units lack sufficient coordination or support. The use of reconnaissance drones has been critical in spotting Russian positions, enabling Ukrainian tanks to strike effectively and retreat before counterattacks can be mounted. Moreover, Ukraine has received significant Western assistance, including advanced anti-tank weapons and armored vehicles that complement its tank forces, maintaining operational flexibility. This support offsets the numerical superiority that Russia has traditionally held and helps Ukraine withstand and counter Russian armored offensives. The result is a battlefield where Ukrainian tank units continue to maneuver effectively, despite facing an adversary with a broader range of tank systems and firepower capabilities. Russia. In a Moscow suburb, a taxi driver dragged out a Russian soldier on crutches who returned from Ukraine and repeatedly stomped on his injured leg with amputated toes. The Biden administration is considering adding Russia's Gazprom bank to its sanctions list. As the third largest bank in Russia, it plays a key role in gas settlements between Russia and Europe. The move, expected by the end of November, would prohibit Gazprom from any transactions with American banks. Russia launched a large-scale missile and drone attack on Ukraine overnight on November 17th, leaving at least 5 people dead and at least 15 injured across multiple regions. Multiple loud explosions were reported in the capital, Kiev, between 6:30 and 7:15 a.m. local time, according to a Kiev independent journalist on the ground. Russia's latest barrage of missile strikes marks the first mass missile attack on Kiev in over 2 months, with Russia instead utilizing more frequent drone strikes in recent months to attack the capital. Further explosions were also heard in the cities of Kropyvnytsky, Rivne, Ivano-Frankivsk, Cherkasy, Dnipro, Vinnytsia, Kryvyi Rih, Odessa, Zaporizhzhia, as well as in the Khmelnytsky and Volyn oblasts. Russia targeted power generation and transmission facilities throughout Ukraine, according to Energy Minister Herman Halushchenko. The transmission system operator has urgently introduced emergency shutdowns, Halushchenko said. Officials have been warning that Russia may resume strikes on the energy grid as temperatures drop, mirroring the strategy used in the spring and summer of this year and in the autumn-winter season of 2022 to 2023.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.